Good morning, friends. In the previous class, we have started with this unit, that is masonry. So, we'll just go through the next point. What is that? We have seen the definition. So, masonry is nothing but construction of building units bonded together with mortar. So, this is called as these one, two, like this. These are all called as masonry units or building units. So these are joined with mortar. These are joined with what? Mortar. So now these each layer is generally called as cores. In our technical terms, we call it as cores. Okay, these are generally called as cores. So what are these? This is bed joint. This is this is okay, vertical joint. This is vertical joint. Okay, like this you can understand now. So we will go into the next concept, that is functions. We have already seen that it masonry, we have already covered this one in the previous classes, so just we will go through this one. Masonry supports the load, divides the space, protects thermal and acoustic insulation, fire and weather protection. Okay, so we have also seen this one types: stone masonry, brick, hollow concrete block masonry, composite masonry. Okay, so this is also covered. We have just started this one. Very important here is we have so many up to 30 to 35 terms are there. Why these are important? These terms, for example, course, another one will come stretcher, another will come header. So all these terms are used in both in brick masonry as well as in stone masonry. So these are common terms, they should be understand first. Okay, now first is course. We have seen, no, in any masonry work, one layer of any building units, one layer of any building units, this is also one layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer. So each layer is called as course. It is a horizontal layer of masonry unit. Okay, what is its thickness? One course thickness means what? One building unit plus one mortar joint. Are you able to understand this one? One building unit plus one mortar joint. If you see in this diagram, if you see in this diagram, you will be able to understand clearly here. What is the course layer here? Course layer is one building unit thickness plus one mortar joint. One mortar joint. Is it okay with you? One building unit plus one mortar joint. This is the width of what is this? Thickness of mortar joint, no? 10 mm, 5 mm, like that mortar joint will come, no? So that is called as, this total thickness is called as coarse thickness. Building unit thickness is only this much, brick thickness or stone thickness is this much only. But when you come to coarse thickness, so this plus one thickness, this thickness. Okay, so I hope it is understood now. Now we have already discussed about this header. Header is that building unit such that its length is kept perpendicular to this face of the wall. This is the face, no? I hope it is clear. We consider this as a wall, and if the bricks or stones are kept such a way that smaller face is exposed, smaller face is exposed and its length, larger length that is there, no, that is kept perpendicular to the wall surface, then that building unit, then this is called as header. This is called as header. Now in structure, what is happening? That length itself, if this is a stone or a brick, length itself kept parallel, length itself is kept parallel to the wall surface. When you see from this view, that time I'm telling, okay, this view, this side is called as facing, that side is called as backing. If center portion is called as hearting. This side is called as facing, that side of the wall is called as backing. Center portion, if wall is very very thick, means another stone will come, another stone will come, like this. If thickness is more, whatever the materials which are used here are called as hearting. So here materials are called as facing material. That side we call it as backing materials. The materials used in center portion are called as hearting materials. This is one concept. Next is, what is this? Parallel to the face of wall such that its largest portion is exposed here, is exposed when you see from this view, when you see it from this side. Okay, so length is perpendicular to the face of the wall, header. Length is parallel to the face of the wall. Length is parallel to the face of the wall. It is called as stretcher. Is that okay? Now, which one appears lengthier? Okay, here, this one. Stretcher course appears lengthier. In which course vertical joints are more? See here, we have seen what is course is a layer, horizontal layer made up of building units. So this is also one layer, this is also one layer, this is also one layer, like this, these are all layers. Is that okay? Now in header course, can you see lot of vertical joints are there are more vertical joints. But in stretcher course means what? This layer stretcher course vertical joints are less. Is that okay? Yes. Okay. Like that you should understand. This type of arrangement is called as soldier course. Okay, soldier course, such that length itself is parallel. What is that? Facing the wall itself, but it is arranged in this direction. It is arranged in this direction. Okay. Is that okay? What is header and what is stretcher? Header is the unit name. Header course means this total. If that layer is made up of all headers, then we call it as header course. If that layer or that course is made up of all stretchers, then it is called as stretcher course. Simple, no? Okay. Now see this diagram. So here they are explaining what? They are explaining what? Header course. A course of brick showing only headers on the exposed wall, on the exposed face of the wall. That is very important. Is known as header course. Can you identify where is the header course? When you come to this, when you are viewing from this side, this is called as facing. So when you exposed face, if you see one layer, two, three, four, all the units are headers only. You can see in this course only header. This is a header course. And come here, this bottom layer, bottom course. This is also all headers, no? When you see it from here, all are headers because length is perpendicular to the face of the wall. Length is perpendicular to the face of the wall. Length is perpendicular to the face of the wall. Okay, so all are header courses. Now what is stretcher course? A course of brick showing only stretchers on the exposed face. You can easily identify, no? This layer, second one, this is also stretcher, this is also stretcher. You can see only stretchers when you see it from this way. When you see it from this side, you can see only stretchers. Okay, when you from the exposed. So stretcher course, header course. Okay, is that clear? Header course header course, stretcher course. Course is one layer. Now, some more important technical terms. So, bed and bed joint. What are these? Bed and bed joint. Bed is what? The bottom surface of that brick. Bottom surface of the brick. If you see this is a brick, then bottom surface is called as bed. And joint, mortar joint here also. And for the next layer, if that brick comes here, and there will be mortar again here. Okay, so here you can see, no, this type of joint, this joint is there, no, along this line. Okay, if you see that diagram, bed and bed joint, where is that? Here only you can see. Here only you can see the joint coming here is called as bed joint. So this surface of the brick, this surface of the brick is called as bed. Okay. Okay, now in this one, what is this coins? What is this coins? These are the exterior angle or corner of the wall known as coins. So if you can see here, no, this wall ends here, this wall ends here and turns like this. Okay, it is coming like this and it is going here. Okay, exactly right angle, whatever may be the angle, it's going like this. It's an isometric view. Okay, it's going like this. This exterior corner is called as coin. QUOINS. Okay, whatever the masonry units, whatever the building units, such as brick, stone, whatever, these are called as stone coins or brick coins. Is that okay? Exterior corner surface, corner portion is called as coin. Exterior corner, beginning maybe, end maybe. That side also wall may go like this, no? That side of the wall may go like this, how it is coming now. So this portion is also called as coin if it is there. Okay, here also coin. So coin is nothing but last portion or first portion. So the materials are called as coin bricks, coin stones. Now, what is this Aries? Aries is nothing but its edge. Its edge, no, visible edge like this. This brick is there. It is the edge there. It is also edge. Here, whatever edge is visible, no, so that is called as Aries. Arises. Okay, the edge formed by intersection of plane surfaces. Intersection of plane surface means what? If you take a brick, no, if you take a brick intersection, this is the horizontal plane of the brick, this is vertical plane of the brick. So intersection where it comes, this is the intersection, no? Horizontal plane, vertical plane. So it is the intersection, and this edge formed due to intersection, we call it as Aries. We call it as Aries. Okay, I think it is clear now. We'll go next to terminologies. Here you can see. Now, what is this lap? Lap, when you see here, consider this layer and consider immediately next layer. So you should take immediate layers, successive layers. We call them as successive. Alternate layers means what? By leaving this, if you take this, means what? Giving one gap and taking the next one, those are called as alternate layers. Successive layers means what? You are not leaving. If you consider this and immediately next, continuous, these are called as successive layers. Okay, when you take the successive layers and when you measure the its horizontal distance between joints, one layer, where is its vertical joint? Let us say it is here. Okay, let us say it is here. Okay, now one vertical joint from one layer, another vertical joint here, another vertical joint is the here in second layer or that successive layer, and that horizontal distance, this horizontal distance between this vertical joint and this vertical joint, we call it as lap. We call it as lap. The horizontal distance between vertical joints in successive courses is termed as lap. Is termed as lap. Now, what is perpend? What is perpend? It's an imaginary vertical line which includes the vertical joint separating two adjoining bricks. Separating two adjoining bricks. Forget about all those things. Can you see this vertical joint? Leave this layer, take alternate layer, leave this layer, take alternate layer, leave this layer, take alternate layer. So a line joining, imaginary line, it is not a continuous line, it is imaginary line joining these vertical joints in alternate layers is called as perpend. Is called as perpend. Can you see here? This is one vertical joint. If you imaginary line like this, it is going here also, it is going like this, but the vertical joints are in line in alternate layers, not in successive. Here it is not passing, no, here it is not passing, but in the next alternate layer it is line is going. Similarly, if you are considering this is the beginning of this perpend imaginary line, it is not going here, but in the alternate layer only it is matching that vertical joint. Okay, so this way we can call imaginary lines which are passing through alternate vertical joint, these are called as perpend. What is this lap? Horizontal between distance between successive layers And perpend is vertical line, imaginary line passing through joints in alternate layers. So lap and perpend. It is clear? Say yes or no. One thing. Okay, no problem. Okay. Shall we go ahead? Next one. Yes. So I have explained no face, back, facing, backing, hearting, joint. So just I will tell here. So when you see from when you are visible this wall from this, it is called as face. Material used is facing material. When you are standing here, for you that side, this side of the wall is called as back, and material used in that it's called as backing. Simple, no? If the wall thickness is large, inside material are called as hearting material, and that area is called as hearting. Simple, no? Joint is nothing but intersection of bricks. This is also joint. Intersection of bricks. This is also joint. We have joints here. Horizontal joints, vertical joint. As well as sometimes it is called as bed joint. This bed of the brick joint that comes there, it's called as brick joint. Okay. Now can you see this diagram? Stretcher face means what? The face appears here. Here it is a header face. For that single layer only, if you see from here, it appears as stretcher. But here you can see from the thickness side, we can see its header face. Okay. Half bed, we will see that one in the next one. Aries. Aries is what? Horizontal plane like this, vertical plane intersection, that edge we call it as aries. We have explained, no? This is bed. What is this? Lap or half pound. Lap distance, no? This is called as lap. So one joint, another joint, successive layers, horizontal distance, lap. Okay. So these points are clear now. Now come to this one. The units generally, when you in the mason, you have seen, no, during the construction, size does not fit, then he will break something, no, break some sides and fits there. So those are called as bats or closers. Closers or bats, there in the bricks as well as stones. See now, it is L, it is W, it is lengthwise, it is widthwise. I hope it is clear now. So this portion, this side is solid, this is cut and removed there. Okay, I hope you are understanding. If the brick is cut like this, if the brick is cut, then it is called as half bat. It's called as half bat. How it is cut? Sentence, correct sentence, how you can film? It is made broken exactly half of its length. So L by 2, L by 2, no? So exactly half of its length if it's cut widthwise. If it cut widthwise. So bat generally it is called as, it is the portion of the brick cut across the width. Cut across the width. So it is smaller in length. It is smaller in general full length. So it is called as half pad. Length across the length, you are cutting that one, and half pad means length is made half. Okay, it's called as cutting across the width. Across the width. Okay, so like that you can understand. From the diagram you can see 3/4 of the length is cut and 1/4 that is taken away. So this is called as 3/4 bat. Means what? 3/4 of L is there, but only 1/4 of the L is taken away. You are keeping width full. You are changing in the length. I hope you are understanding. You are keeping the width of the brick same, but you are changing its length. So those are called as bats. Okay. If you see this diagram here, one side length is 1/4 cut, another side length is half cut. I hope you are now understanding. Here one side 3/4 of the brick is remaining. Here 1 by 2 length of that brick is remaining. So this type of cutting, one side more, one side less, is called as beveled bat. It's called as beveled bat.